All right, peace, peace, peace. With first and foremost, hopefully, most high in your house is blessing y'all day. By His mercies, you are consumed. We're alive in the most high in your house, body, and two, we're naturally alive. Me, I want to get into this, man. Kind of go into, like, pretty much, man, like, kind of what we mentioned in the last video, man, how, like, he had rules over man, must be just and must be faithful, man. And that also, too, where that comes from, too. From the beginning, man, how stewards shall be found faithful, because that tells you about the end from the beginning, man. Honestly, because this goes into like if you're a ruler or overseer of a congregation or a church or assembly, things of that nature. Like you had to be faithful. Hold on, sorry y'all. Hold on. And, yeah, and how you had to be faithful, and that was from the beginning, man. So let's grab this too, because this goes back to the beginning. That's where Paul gets. But let's go First Corinthians real quick. We're gonna see. We're gonna see this. First Corinthians 4, chapter 4, verse 2. It says, moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. So see, where's Paul getting this from, man? Like, honestly, too. Let's get Second Samuel, man. Then that even Samuel, that's even from the beginning, even from the law, man. So we're just gonna get this too. It's gonna be real quick. Then we're gonna bounce. Yeah, let's Second Samuel. Yep. Second Samuel chapter 2 verse 23 verse 3. It says, and the yeah, because let's read this again, First Corinthians again too. It says, moreover, it is required that stewards that a man be found faithful. So exactly, let's grab Second Timothy Second Samuel chapter 23 verse 3. It says, the God of Israel, the Rock of Israel, spake unto me, saying, he that ruleth over men must be just, and ruling in the fear of Yahweh. Exactly, man. So exactly, that's is what it is too, because yeah, man, because he that ruleth over man must be just, and just live by faith. So you have to be a faithful man, honestly. And also too, like you want to rule, like it's too, like the brother sent me first one said, man. Of course, like on a natural tip, of course, like that. Even our people, our brothers and sisters, inside the word, outside the word. Even like that's why. And yeah, let me say this too. That's why, because it says that like in one of the curses in Deuteronomy 28, no man shall save you, because it was ultimately like it was prophesied that many men would try to save us, but ultimately, if it's not rule over, and if it's not of the Most High house over that type of rule and structure, like over their order, it's going to crumble, man. Even on a natural tip, like you have certain men, like certain people throughout history, like as a people, whatever, they tried, and and it's not to cast aspersions against those men, honestly, but they tried the best way that they could at the time. Because maybe if I was living during that time period, my mindset would be different as well. Because even though you talk, I think like aspect of like a Martin Luther King, his approach was really, even Malcolm X, who their approaches. Even though Malcolm X's approaches kind of made a little more sense to me personally, just as this is on natural tip, but even Martin Luther King, like his globalist type of approach, honestly, didn't work. But at that time, honestly, like that's just what that was just the time period, honestly, and that's what they thought worked at the time too. Even though they were both pawns, honestly, they were both like they were both pawns pretty much, man. Like they were that's another story for another day too. They were like uh how do I say it's like contrived per se. There was pawns, but that's neither here nor there. But even that, like even Malcolm X, even Marcus Garvey, even the Panthers, things of that nature, like those, they weren't meant to last as because it just wasn't in nothing spiritual. And that's not to cast aspersions against those men or those people, those movements or parties, honestly, like but that's what it is. That's why in the rule of the Most High house, that's why their kingdom is like especially the Most High's kingdom, like there's going to be no end, honestly, too. Even Yahushua's kingdom going to be 1,000 years, and he's going to give the kingdom up to the Father, but that's neither here nor there. But even with that, though, honestly, what was I going to say with that? with what you call them, with those things too. They just did those things the best way that they could. And it was, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. That's why this when I first got in the word, like, I kind of played on that. I kind of thought it was like, I kind of played on it. Well, yeah, I kind of played on it too. Like, but this isn't this word, man. This ain't a movement, man. This isn't like, the a pro, quote unquote, pro black movement, man. It's the word, like the brother sent me first one said. This is the word of the Most High and Yahushua, man. Like, the thing is about movements, they stop too as well, man. So no, and this word lasts forever, man. So I get it. This is for like, but this is the redemption for like, the people that believe on Most High Yahushua, as the scriptures say. Also, this is the redemption for our people, but it's not like on that type of time. Honestly, it's just something else, man. It's to save us from sin and death, to live forever with our Maker, man. Like, so I just want to say that too. But because I get it, man. But even somebody saying that, I understand that perspective, man. Especially with the conditions our people been through, our history growing up. When we find out, like, with the people of the book and things of that nature, it gets like, against, even though our people do have an image problem and self-esteem problem, but I understand it though. But now, when you me reaching spiritual maturity, that's why I'm glad the Most High Yahushua did that. For us brothers and sisters, for brothers and sisters and myself. Honestly, when you revealing the gospel, witness, testimony, new covenant, you realize it's way more than that. Like, this us being saved from the nations and ruling over nations. There's way more to it than just that. But that's neither here nor there. My bad. I'm the king of diatribes and sidebars. But let's grab this Numbers chapter 12 verse. Let's read 2 Samuel again, then read Numbers real quick, because he that ruleth over men must be just. But it says 2 Samuel 23 verse 3. It says, the God of Israel saith, the rock of Israel spake to me. He that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fury of Yahweh. So yeah. And this is where it kind of comes from, honestly. He that ruleth over man must be just, and the steward must be found faithful. Come from the law. Numbers chapter 12 and verse 7. It says, my servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house. So see, exactly, man. So a steward, a ruler, and Moses was that ruler. Kind of like, well, really, this is Most High Yahushua is really the first king, honestly. Or he's our king, honestly. But, Moses was kind of like, he was judge, king, honestly, if you were to think about it. But, yeah, but Moses was faithful, man. That's why he was a ruler. He was a faithful ruler, man. That's where Paul gets it from. And David, all come from the law, man, from the beginning, man. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. So, and we read that Sirach 10 verses, in the last video, man. So no, let's get it just in case, like Jaheim. I ain't hear that song in a minute. I think, and shout out to the brother Jaheim, because I think he been looking. I think I seen a recent picture of him. He been looking better, man. But see, that's why he put the Most High Yahushua first, and I put that woman first, man. Because yeah, I remember seeing that one of those old pictures of him one of the pictures from him a few years ago. I was like, yeah, man, that's what happens, man. You always put the Most High and Yahushua first, because they're the only constant in life, like the Brother Chronicles of Judah used to say, man. Because people will change, situations will change, like experiences may change, but the Most High Yahushua will never change too, So let's get Ecclesiastes, at 10 verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As a judge of the people is his himself, so are his officers. What manner of man is the ruler of the city? Such are they which dwell therein. So see, exactly, man. So this is what it is, man. So that all ties into one another, man. So hopefully this is edifying to y'all brothers and sisters, man. So the steward must be found faithful. He that rules over men must be just, like, and we see that with Moses, man. But also too, to do that, man, you gotta have this, honestly, man, because it is too, man. Like, can we rule? Can I rule over myself? Honestly, man, like that's just is what it is. Because can you rule over your own spirit, man? Have self-control, man. Let's get this Proverbs chapter 25 real quick. Proverbs 25 and verse 28, it says, he that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down without walls. So see, that's that ruler. That's that, that's that rule in Sirach 10, like, over there, judge over the city, man. Like, if it's an unwise king, like it says in that verse, man, that's what it is. It's an unwise person ruler, man. It has no even control over himself. Like, that's is what it is. Because, like, really, that's is what it is. You can't rule over your own spirit. You don't kill off the old man, your own flesh, your own will. I mean, your own will, your own desires, man. And found the Most High in your house, will and desires, man. So hopefully it's edifying, man. So much love to y'all brothers and sisters. So peace.